start with the session. Let me introduce you myself first. I'm Bhavik Chawda and currently I'm working as a research and development manager in Knovator Technologies. So I welcome you all to this wonderful session, and I hope that everyone will gain some knowledge and provide their feedback as well. So let's start with the session. So today we are talking about XSS attack and content security policy. So if anyone has any idea about what is the XSS attack and content security policy?
Yes, just like it's hi, I'm Tarun.
Yes, yes, sir.
It's just like a cross-site attack. I don't know about any detail, but in a normal like user end attack, if you make some web application and the attacker is malicious like your JavaScript or any program which changes any code changes. Just like I don't know in detail, but something about related that
Yes, yes,
basic.
yes, yes. Yes, Tarun. You are very close to the exact definition. Yeah. Anyone would like to add anything? Rajnish bhai, Nidhi, Keval bhai. So not issue. Let's understand it in depth. So why? Let's understand why the security matters, right? We all make web applications every day, apart from small scale to enterprise applications, and web applications are vulnerable to attacks. Why? As a study suggests that around 30% of the website are vulnerable to XSS attack that we are going to discuss about today. 51% increase in the number of attacks from 2019, and also I read one quote from IBM chairman is that the cybercrime is the greatest threat to every company in the world. So, and also many of you have also heard that you are always you are safe till you are not targeted, right? So what we can do to make sure that the applications, the projects that we make are always or have some meet some kind of security, and also are we do our best to secure the application that we make every day. So apart from the attacks that among the attacks that happen every day, these are the attacks that are very common to the every application. So one of them is the access attack that we are discussing today. Another one is the CSRF attack. What happens in the CSRF attack is that the forms in the applications get submitted without user information, or by tricking the user to do some action and submitting the form. Another one is the DDoS attack. DDoS attack, what happens in the DDoS attack is that servers or machine target the application server by hitting them multiple requests, and and because of the multiple requests going on, the server goes down. That is a DDoS attack. Another one is a click checking attack, in which the site is get shown into the iframe and letting the user to do some action on some other site, and the actual action gets performed in the real website. That is just a brief overview of various attacks. We will discuss these attacks in separate session. Today we are going to discuss about XSS attack. So I'm just this is just a brief overview provided here in the PPT. If anyone have any question or want to ask, so don't hesitate. hesitate, just unmute yourself and just ask. Hey Dhruvin, how are you? So let keep again the intro and the end, and continue with our session. So let's understand the XSS attack. So what happened in the XSS attack is that the malicious scripts are added into the website and delivered through dynamic contents like blogs, comments, and WordPress themes. For example, many applications have a commenting section on whether on the blog, whether on the product. The application allow user to add their comment, and the comments are HTML read. So user can bold the text, user can do various kind of formatting, and it add a feature, but it also allow to add a malicious script into the comment as well. For example, if we take this example, the attacker add this add this comment to the product. So for example, very good product, and also add a script with the source of their website, that authstealer.js. What authstealer.js script will do is, whenever the attacker add a comment, but after whenever a whenever any other user opens a page with that comment, as attacker has already added a comment with a script. So whenever someone else will open the product page, and obviously the comment will also be shown. So the script which has the comment which has the script will get executed, and the sensitive information like a cookie, token are sent to the attacker. And as we know, once a cookie or token has sent to the application, or whenever whoever has access to the token or access to the cookie, they can access the API, they can access the resources and do whatever they want, right? Do everyone have got my point? How the XSS attack? What the idea of XSS attack? What is the XSS attack? If anyone have any question, they can ask. Like, if you want, you can just ask in the comment section as well. I will be happy to answer your question. So this is just an overview of how XSS attack. In the brief, they can add a comment with a script in the script, and whoever opens a page, and so whoever opens a page, the script gets executed, and sensitive information like a token, cookie gets sent to the attacker. That's just an overview of what happens in XSS attack. So as discussed, this whenever this page with a script comment will run, the data gets sent to the attacker. So this XSS attack are of two kinds. One is persistent XSS, and another is non-persistent XSS. What is a persistent XSS? In persistent XSS, there's comment with a script gets stored into the database. For example, as comments, as someone puts a comment, the comment gets stored into the database, and this comments gets shown to the every user. This is called a persistent user. And what is non-persistent user? In non-persistent XSS, the URL or some kind of script will just append it into the URL, and that URL gets executed by a page or whoever is on the target. So that's this is just let's understand what is the persistent and non-persistent attack accesses in the brief. So if this is a demo that I have built for this session. So I request you all please. I have added a comment. I'm adding a comment for it. So I'm request you all to please copy this, clone this PWT, and we will try by our own self how this attack runs. So please try everyone, clone this repo. If anyone if anyone have a idea about how the cloning works, let me know. Am I making the sense? Is everyone on the page, same page? Hello? Hello? Okay, okay, Tarun, just clone the repo and do npm install if you are aware with that, and we will wait for a few minutes so that everyone can install the page. And if you don't know how to clone the repo and not aware about all installation stuff, don't worry. I will be trying to show you the demo in just a few minutes. So whoever just experience of development, they can clone the repo, and we will do hands-on practice on how XSS attack happens. I'm pasting the repo link again if anyone else didn't get the repo. Let me know if anyone is facing any issue with cloning or setting up a project, and also let me know if you are done with cloning. And also feel free to ask question if you have. I hope people you have cloned the repo and sharing my project. So if you have clone the repo, it will the repo will look like this. You can once you have cloned the repo, you have to run yarn or npm install to set up to install the dependencies. I have also already installed the packages. So once you have installed the packages, you can start to start the application, and here it will look like this: localhost 3000. So this is just a index HTML page with a ad text, and after that you have to go to /XSS to see the to try the demo. Then there's a link to open it. Let me clear out the data so we can try it. So it will, if you have cloned the repo, install the packages, and just have started the application, so it will look like this. You have to go to localhost 3000 and /XSS to run the main application. Does anyone is facing any kind of issue with cloning or running the application? Let me know. So let's start with the project. I hope that everyone is get the point, right? Anyone facing any issue or have any doubt? Vaibhav, Mayur, Ajay, if you have any doubt or facing any problem, let me know. So let's start with the application. So here I have added two fields. One is for format, and another one is for to search over a comment. So as we discussed that two kinds of attacks happen. One is the persistent XSS and another one is the non-persistent XSS. And what happens in the persistent XSS is that the data gets stored in some stored somewhere, like a database, like a file or somewhere. And in non-persistent XSS, the data is not stored anywhere. It is happens usually over a URL. So let's start. Let's try first the persistent XSS. Here is just assume that you have some product, and here you have comment box to add your comment. So here I am adding a comment one, some comments like nice product. And what happens? What is happening here is that we can see when adding a comment, the data is getting loaded. And first of all, there is. Let me walk you through our application. This is just a Express application where there is a two endpoints. For one is for adding a comment, and another one is for getting to all the comments. And the comments are stored in the comments.csv files. Here you will see in the logs directory comments.csv. So this is just two endpoints, and so whenever the comment is added here, it gets added to the comments.csv file. And what we are doing is that we are adding one HTML, whatever is user is adding, we are adding it to the file, and we are just showing here. So let's add some bold text also. We So as we can see that the HTML markup is also working here. So it is this we can see as a feature. So now comes the interesting part. We will show. Let's add one comment. Amazing product. And also as a attacker, I'm trying to add a script also. As HTML is script are also added to the HTML, so I'm adding a script as well. Hi. So I'm adding one comment here, and if you are trying, if you are also trying with myself, trying together, you can just add this comment to the comment box, and as I add this comment, this script gets executed, right? So this comment is added to the file. So whoever will open the page, let's refresh this page. So whoever will open this page, the script will get executed. Understood what I'm showing here, how XSS attack happens. Let me know if it don't make sense, or if you have any question regarding it. Okay, we go here. Thanks for confirming. If any other people have also any doubt, they can ask, and also put it into the chat box if you have any. So what just we have seen is that we are allowing a user to add a HTML markup, like some kind of rich text editor. In the form of rich text editor, we are allowing the user to add a comment, and whatever user has added as a comment, we are just showing it to the page. So, and what you have seen is that if you attacker or someone adds a script in the comment, the script will get executed to the every user browser who are trying to open the page. Okay, so this is persistent XSS. Let try with some non-persistent XSS. I'm just clearing out one last line because it will get prompted again in a bit. So I'm to show you the demo of non-persistent XSS. Let's understand what is happening here. So I'm this is the search box to search over your comments. Let's type product and click on search. So what happened is the query, that whatever we have searched is appended to the URL, and also the search queries shown to the web page. For example, you can just imagine that this search box is on the nav bar. You are here showing that you have searched for product, and at the below you are showing the list of products. Because this works normally, right? This works fine. This looks good. So let's try with something else. Product. So we can see that here the HTML markup is also working. So this is how attacker identify some kind of ads or some kind of vulnerability to the website. They try out many things. They try different things, and whatever works, they just convert into their strategy and start attacking the uh, users and data. So we have seen is that the HTML markup is also working here as how from where the search is coming. Search is coming from this URL, and we are showing the whatever is searched by user into the web page. So now let's try with some script product script alert. So as I search over here, so what we can see is that this script is executed, right? The script is executed. What and again, what this script do is the script takes session token, cookie token, or whatever is stored into the storage, web storage, uh, get it and send it to the attacker, and attacker can then use that token or any session cookies to do whatever they want. They can log into the user account. They can do purchases from the account, and as you can just understand uh, what all things the user attacker can do with this user data, right? Does it make sense? Anyone have any doubt? If anyone don't get the point, I can show you the demo again. Anyone?
No doubt.
Yeah, thanks. Mayur bhai, Monica, if you have got the idea of how XSS attacks, or Tarun, if you have any doubt. Okay, let's continue with the session. So here we have just tried how XSS attacks in the real life. The demo is built over simple JavaScript and HTML, but at the end, this current frameworks like React.js have many do many things behind the scene to prevent these kind of attacks. But at the end, this React is also JavaScript. So anything that is prone to the JavaScript, pure JavaScript, we can say that this that thing is prone to React as well. So this is how XSS attacks happen. Let's continue with the next part. How to prevent this kind of attacks, and what can be the solution for it. So what can be the solution for XSS attack? Like first solution that we can try is that we can ensure that the user inputs are sanitized. So we can be sure that the user input is filtered from HTML and JavaScript. So if a user have added some kind of script tag or some kind of unwanted unwanted HTML or unwanted input, we should, as a developer, we should filter it out, and then we should be stored in the database, and or we should be passing it to the URL. That is the first solution. For sensitive information like tokens, etc. So for mainly tokens, we should store it in the cookies, and we should make the cookies HTTP only. So in the way, if anyone don't have idea about what is the HTTP cookie, there's two ways of storing the tokens, like JWT token. One is we can store it into local storage, that, or another one is we can store it into the cookie. So tokens are many applications are authenticated by JWT tokens. So instead of storing JWT tokens into the local storage or into the cookie, we can can store the tokens into the cookie and make them HTTP only. So what happens is that the HTTP only cookies are only accessed our HTTP and will not be accessed by any JavaScript. So this is one solution. Another one is if you are using React and if you are putting a dangerously set in an HTML tag everywhere, then you should be cautious, as React is also named it very intentionally dangerously set in an HTML. So if you are doing it, you should be cautious while using it. And another one solution is a content security policy. That is our next topic. So what is the content security policy? Content security policy is a browser security mechanism to prevent loading unwanted content or unwanted scripts on the web page. What it does, the CSP aim to mitigate XSS and other similar attacks. Like whenever by using the content security policy, you can prevent XSS attack, and also you can prevent click checking as well, which is putting your website into the attempt and doing some malicious act by attacker. Using content security policy, you can restrict what resources page can load. So you can restrict what script to execute on the page, what from where to load the images, from which kind of scripts and styles you can execute on the page. That kind of restrictions you can put onto the web page by implementing the content security policy. And also you can restrict whether a page can be framed by other pages. Like many, if you are aware about, we can put, we can load whole website into the iframe, and that kind of stuff you can also prevent by implementing the content security policy. Again, if anyone have any doubt, or if anyone would like to ask anything, feel free to ask. So this is the overview of content security policy. So let's understand what are the parts of content security policy. Content security policy is a set of policies you can add into the web page. The first one is there are many policies. I have just listed here the most used policy. The first one is default SRC. What default SRC does is you can set a default setting for all resources. There are many kind of settings, like for none. You can set up a self. Self is used for whenever you want to specify that the resources should only be loaded from my domain. Like if you have hosted your application on example.com, then and if you have set up a default SRC to self, then all the resources will be only loaded from example.com. And if you try to load any resource from for example, if you try to load image from Unflash, then it won't be allowed. Then there is a script SRC as well. What it does is it's allow you to specify locations for external scripts. Then comes image source. It allow you to specify locations for images, from, like for example, from where you can load the images, whether you can load images from example.com, etc. Media SRC, which allow you to specify locations for media like videos, MP3, etc. Then comes the object SRC. What it does is that using it object SRC, you can specify allowed locations for plugins which can be used for WordPress websites. Then comes manifest SRC, which allow you to specify location for page manifest, and at the end one mentioned policies form actions, which you can specify for where from where the form should be submitted, the user entry form, contact form. By specifying the form actions, you can specify where you can restrict where the form should be submitted. This policy will allow you to mitigate at some point some kind of this XSS and click jamming attacks. But I, as per my personal opinion, I would say policies defined in their header, so that at some point we can mitigate the understand with the example of how content security policy we can define. First one is if you want to prevent loading data from any source, then you can say default SRC none by specifying the from nowhere anything should be loaded from nowhere. That is not the ideal option that you would go for. Next one is allow resources from same origin. For example, if your website is hosted on by default SSL, what it means is that only images, scripts, styling, forms should only be loaded from example. Our browser will reject anything that is loaded from any other website. Next one is the allow resources from specific origin. For example, if you want to allow script from CDNJS, if you want to load a bootstrap, etc., then if you can allow the domain of that site by specifying the script SRC and the domain of the resource that you want to load. One difference you can spot here is that if you specify none or self, you should be using single quote for it, and if you are specifying the domain, then you should the domain should not contain quote. The next one is if you want to allow loading resources from self and a specific domain, then you should specify script policy like script SRC self and xyz.com domain as a domain. Next, if you want to allow inline source like styles to execute it inline, if you want to specify script to load or execute inline, then you should specify script SRC unset inline. There are many options. These are just a set of most used policy examples that I have mentioned here. If you want to generate one policy for yourself, you can go to this tool that I have found. Let's say we want to disable, we want to specify that all the resources should be loaded from our same domain, example.com. Default SRC will be self, and script we want to specify that script SRC should be some domain, then you can specify domain as well. So these are just a set specify. This is the tool is handy to generate policy for your website. You can check it out if you want. I have added a comment link for it, so you can try it and let's try it with our example how content security policy will help to will help to mitigate this attack. So as we have seen that it's by we have added one script into the page, and script is getting executed whenever the page is load. So if you have trying the demo with myself, you can just on the XSS and the index.html page, you can uncomment this line, this meta tag, and also and let's try on just uncomment this meta tag. What this meta tag is for is it is specifying the content security policy. Zoom it a bit. What it's specifying is that it is specifying the content security policy meta tag, and also in the content section they specify what is the set of policies like import SRC itself, image and the SRC itself, script SRC itself, and style SRC itself as well. Means every resources should be loaded from my domain only. No other resources from other domains should be executed. So here I have uncommented the policy, and when we try when we are loading the refreshing the page, the unwanted script on the page is not getting loaded. So we have tried to prevent this kind of access attack at some point. Let's try add some comment as well. The script product. So by adding it is not working. It is not getting successful as we have added a script, because browser is preventing to load this script from unwanted source. So let's try with some by refreshing the page, as a page as a comment was not added. And if we say if we don't want to load external images as well, so here I can comment uncomment the image tag which is loading the Google image. So if you uncomment it, the image will also won't be loaded, as we have specified that the image should also come from the my domain. So this is how you can implement the content security policy to mitigate this kind of cyber attacks at some point. This is all from my side. We are happy to connect if you want over LinkedIn.